A commission of investigation into one of the most serious cases of paedophilia ever uncovered in Ireland has found there was a clear and serious dereliction of duty by two senior gardaí. It found the failure to properly investigate allegations against basketball coach Bill Kenneally, later convicted of abusing 15 boys, had devastating consequences for his victims.
Bill Kenneally's public evidence to this commission 2 years ago caused great distress to the men he had groomed, tortured and sexually abused as young teenagers in Waterford. He's serving 19 years in jail for abusing 15 young boys between 1979 and 1990. Gardaí believe he abused at least 14 others. Judge Michael White's report details the missed opportunities to stop him. He said a complaint by a 14-year-old boy to a Garda in 1985 should have been properly investigated. The judge outlined how the father of another boy complained to Gardaí in December 1987. Acting Superintendent PJ Hayes and Acting Chief Superintendent Sean Cashman interviewed Kenneally, who admitted abusing boys, but there was no investigation and Kenneally was referred to a psychiatrist. The judge found the failure by the two senior Gardaí to conduct a proper investigation into Kenneally's activities was a clear and serious dereliction of duty even by the standards of the time. Kenneally continued his abuse and was not contacted again by Gardaí for another 25 years. The Commission found the failure of the South Eastern Health Board to act after a report was compiled by a paediatric doctor in 1989 was another lost opportunity to stop Kenneally. Judge White said there was no evidence available to him that Kenneally's uncles, former TD and Senator Billy Kenneally and Monsignor John Shine, had interfered with the Garda investigation. He criticised Kenneally's cousin, former TD Brendan Kenneally, for his actions after he was told of the abuse in 2001. He didn't report the matter to the Health Board, and the judge said he should never have allowed Bill Kenneally to continue to canvass and act as a tallyman for Fianna Fáil. Judge White said there was no evidence of widespread collusion to stop Kenneally's prosecution. However, he said the Law Reform Commission should urgently consider the lack of legislation in this country to allow a public official to be prosecuted for serious dereliction of duty. He praised the bravery of Kenneally's victims and said he hoped his report brought them some peace of mind. Orla O'Donnell, RTE News.
Well, some survivors of abuse by Bill Kenneally have been speaking out, saying they feel vindicated and relieved by the findings of the Commission of Investigation. But they expressed anger at not being able to meet with the Minister for Justice, Jim O'Callaghan, today, ahead of the report's publication.
It was over 10 years ago when this group of victims first waived their right to anonymity so that their abuser, Bill Kenneally, could be named. Today, another press conference, but this time a sense that while the road since then has been long and difficult, their goal had been achieved.
We all have different feelings. Yeah. Mine is of relief. So, when we set out to do this, it was to find the truth. Who knew what, when, why they did nothing. We know that now, so it is no doubt vindication. But if you go through what all we have been through and our families and the other victims for the last 8.5 years of the inquiry, but it's a lot longer than that. 13. Yeah, and you could say it's 40 years, like the toll it takes. So for me, it's relief.
Reacting to the report's damning findings today, Garda headquarters said their thoughts were with Kenneally's victims, but they said they would need more time to review the report before commenting on it further.
It's 13.5 years since I walked into Waterford Garda station to make that complaint because he was in with the kids in the basketball club. And, the toll it has taken, not just on me, but on all the lads here. The last 8.5 years of this inquiry has been just absolute torture. And we struggled sitting in the inquiry, having to relive the sexual abuse.
Publishing the report today, Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan acknowledged the bravery of the victims and said he would now reflect on its findings.
I found it very disrespectful, just the timing of all of this after 8.5 years. And we've dealt with a lot of Minister for Justice over that 8.5 years, in particular Francis Fitzgerald, Charlie Flanagan and Helen McEntee. I have no doubt in my mind that if any of those were in the position Jim O'Connell is now, they would have all met us.
These men who were abused as young boys by Bill Kenneally are now calling for an urgent meeting with Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan. They say what should follow is an apology by government and in particular the Fianna Fáil party. Mark O'Driscoll, RTE News, Leinster House.
Now returning to our top story, and we're joined in studio by one of the survivors of Bill Kenneally's horrific abuse, Jason Clancy. Jason, thanks for coming in to us to talk to us on 6-1. It's about 13, 14 years ago, Jason, since you walked into a Garda station to report the abuse by Bill Kenneally. You've had to relive that trauma through a court case, through the Commission of Investigation. You've described that whole process as torture.
Yeah, absolutely. It was November 2012. When I went into Waterford Garda station, because I had found out he was in a basketball club with kids in Waterford. So yeah, I mean, it started there. You know, I thought it would be maybe a 2-year process, just, you know, him going into court and being put on the sex register and so forth, and it would be done. But like, it just turned out to be, I suppose, a nightmare now really for 13 and a half years. Spent the last 8.5 years in a government inquiry. And look, the toll it has taken on me, my mental health, my families, and the other victims as well, Paul and Colin and so forth, their families. Like, I've spent, in the last 2 years, I've been in St. Pat's for over about 7.5 months. I had a few breakdowns the last couple of years because it just went on so long, and you're sitting in the inquiry reliving. Like, there's over 350 sexual assaults on me from Bill Kenneally, and you're sitting there over the last 8 years reliving every one of them, and it just took its toll. And look, I'm only human, you know, and it just broke me in the end.
Yet, despite the court case, you didn't want it to end there. The Commission of Investigation was extremely important to you. Why was that? Yeah,
I mean, by the time it came to 2016, I remember that morning when we were walking into the courtroom. I mean, we said, myself and the lads, we said, look, this is only the semi-final. Yes, Bill Kenneally is going to be dealt with, but there was so much more that we knew at that stage. That needed to be looked at. I drafted a dossier, an 80,000 word dossier. We went to every TD politician that would listen to us. Eventually we got to meet Frances Fitzgerald, Minister for Justice at the time, presented her with the dossier, and she granted the Commission of Investigation. It took about 2 years of fight to get that. And then it started under Judge Hickson, and then Judge Michael White, who was absolutely fantastic. I have to say, Judge White was fantastic.
And his report finds today that you were let down, you and others were let down by several arms of the state. Does that make you feel vindicated today, or does it make you feel angry, or a combination?
No, it's actually both really, you know, but certainly vindication. We have been absolutely vindicated, you know, and I suppose, you know, when you look at it, we took on the church, we took on the Fianna Fáil politicians, we took on the Gardaí Síochána, and we took on the HSC and Tusla all at the same time, and we won it hands down. So certainly we do feel vindicated, but obviously, look, there's an element of anger there. I mean, I can give you just quickly an example. I mean, in 1985, one of the victims walked into the Waterford Garda station just after being sexually abused by Bill Kenneally, went up to the front counter, reported it. The guard behind the counter, he brought him in behind the counter, and the minute he mentioned Bill Kenneally's name, he was ushered out of the Garda station, not even a lift home. Do you need a doctor? He was told he wasn't able to make a complaint because he was too young. That was the first signpost that the Gardaí, if they had done their jobs then, none of us, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you today, because I wouldn't have been, you know, there would have been, a lot of people would have been saved. And then, yeah. What
do you think needs to happen now?
What needs to happen now is there has to be reform. I think, you know, certainly in relation to Chief Superintendent Sean Cashman, and in relation to, I suppose, you know, Judge Michael White has referred matters to the Law Reform Commission, because there isn't a bar or a threshold put in place. So the judge had difficulty in saying, look, was this corruption? There wasn't a bar there, so the furthest he could go was a gross dereliction of duty, which is the closest he could get. So that has to be looked at. But also, look, my thing about this was always, God forbid, if it's your child, my child, anybody's child, if something happens to them, they should be able to march into a Garda station or any place of authority and tell their story, and it be acted upon. And this is the important point, Vivian, irrelevant of who the perpetrator is. And that wasn't the case in this instance.
All right. Jason Clancy, thanks for talking to us on 6-1.
Thank you very much.